Hello all, this video is brought to you by Embedded Systems Learning Point, Linux 004, Linux commands to work with files and directories. In this video, you learn about commands to work with files and directories, touch to modify timestamps, mkdir to create new empty directories, tree to print the entire tree structure, rm to remove any file, rmdir to remove an entire directory, mv to move or rename a file, cp to copy a file, ln to create a hard link to a file. Also you learn about the disk usage commands, df to show how much space is taken by files, du to show file space usage for a particular directory and its subdirectories. Okay, now we will see all these commands in action. The first command is touch. With this command, you can do various things. You can create an empty file, you can create a bunch of empty files with a series, and then you can change or update the access time. Let's see. I'll just see what are the files we have in this directory. We have file 1, 2, 4, and 5. Now we'll create the sixth file. Touch. Yes, we got a new file called file 6. Now another thing is touch file to create a number of files is, let's say I'll create from 7th to 10, 10 numbers. So file 7, file 8, file 9, and file 10. You see, it we got a file from 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 is here. The next thing that we will see is to see the access time. So now let's see for file 1 what is the access time or the timestamps. For that we can use a command called stat. For the file 1 we see this is the access time of this file. Now we will modify the access time using touch file 1, then we see the stat, sorry, stat for file 1. Now you can see the access time is updated for now. It was before. So that's how you change the access time. I will reset the command line. Okay, I think you learned about the touch command. The next command we will see is make directory. So mkdir to create a new empty directory. Mkdir, I will say learning directory. If you see ls, now we have a directory called learning. By default, only a single directory can be created. But say for example, you want a series of files, sorry, a series of folders or directories you want to create. So for that, the option or the flag that you have to use is -p, mkdir. I will just do a, okay, -p, learning a, b, and c. So this is the path that gets created. ls, you see, we'll see cd learning, you see ls you have directory which is already created with a, then cd a, and then you can see b, and the b is already created, so like that. I'll come back, cd dot dot. This is about a make directory. Then another interesting command called tree. So this is, I think, this is an utility which you can install if it is not there. For that, you have to do is sudo apt-get install tree. I'm entering the password. Okay, which I already have, and it's the latest. So instead of moving like directory one by one to see whether the directory is created or not, the best thing that you can do is you can see the tree structure for this learning directory which we have created. So the for that the command is tree learning. You see the learning has directory a b c, so this is a very good command. So I want to see in the elp directory structure how the inside directories are. For that we just have to enter tree and elp. You see, this is the directory structure of elp. So this is about the command tree. Now we'll move to today's directory, Linux 4. Okay, great. I'll reset. I'll clear the screen. The next command that we will see is rm removes a file with using command rm. So rm, I will just remove the file that we've created, or file that is already exist. I'll remove the file 1. Great. ls, you see the file 1 is not there. Another thing is, or let's say you want a prompt, or you want the machine to ask whether you want to delete this file or not. For that the command is rm-i. I is for interactive, so I want to delete the file 10. Again, you see it asks remove a regular empty file. You can say yes with y, and you see the file got deleted or got removed. So this is about the rm command. The next command that we will see is rmdir. This is to remove an empty directory. Now you can see, let's say I want to remove a learning directory which I have created. So rmdir learning. So you see the fail to remove learning directory because it is not empty. So I'll just move to cd learning abc. I'll go to b and then rmdir. I'll just remove the directory C. You see it is successful. If you see yes, sorry, the ls want to list, there is nothing called C directory. If you want to see the tree for the A, you see there is no C directory, which is already deleted. Say for example, now you want to delete a non-empty directory. For that, the command is you can use rm hyphen r. This is for the recursive. F, it is forced deletion. So you have to be very careful when you use this command because it will not ask anything, it just deletes. So let me try this. Oh sorry, I did not give a command. So learning, so you see, you can see the learning directory has vanished now. So this is about rmdir. Now we will see a command mv. As I told, this is to move or rename the file. Now we will see file 1 is we have deleted. Let's say we will create or we will move the file 2 to file 1, file 2 to file 1. So here if you see there is no file called file 1. So in this we create a new file and the file 2 will be renamed as file 1. You see, that's how it works. There is new file 1. If you want to see the content, sorry, if you want to see the content of the file 1, you can just see cat file 1. Okay, there is some content which is already there in file 2 basically. And similarly we can similar to other rm command to whether to ask interactively. So the option is you can use I. So I will just create mv file 1. So I want it to ask interactively whether I want to create or move or rename the file 1 to file 2. Okay, this option is not available, I think. I thought it's there for I also. I mean for MV also. The other option that we will see is okay, to force file 2 to, I will say, file 11. See, file 11 got created and 2 got uh, file 2 is being renamed to file 11. Let's say now uh, there is an existing file called, let's say, file 4, and you are trying to rename the file 11 to file 4 and you don't want to overwrite it. So for that you have to use n option. So mv-n file 11 file 4. You see, the file 4 and the file 1 both exist because we used the option n. So this is about the mv command. Similarly, we have a command called cp. So what cp does is it copies a file, or it doesn't rename it. It copies the content of the files. So we'll see ls. Okay, these are the files that we have. So cp file 11. I will create a new file, file 1 2. You see, file 11 12 both are there. In the move, basically file 1, if I use the same command with same options, same inputs with mv, we would have lost file 11. So that's how it works. Similarly, you have an option to for interactive copy. You see, overwrite file 2. So you can say yes, and then uh, it overwrites basically. So that is how uh, that's all about cp. Next command we will see is ln. This is used to create the hard links or soft links or symbolic links for a file. Now let's see what are all the files we have. Okay, I have already created some symbolic link called my file 2, so I will demonstrate that. So I will create a link for, let's say, file 6 now. ln file 6. For this I want to create a hard link. So for that hard link, you just have to give ln file 6 and my file 6, I would say. Okay, now let's see. To verify whether the link is already created or not, you can just say ls-l. Here you can see these numbers. This shows the number of links that it has. So the file 6 has two links as I created the for file 6. This is number 2, and here also it is number 2. That's how vaguely you can see, okay, these are the files have two links. And the other thing is creating a symbolic link. Now let's say I will create symbolic link for file 7. So ln, for that you need to give a flag yes, -yes, and then file 6, I'll say file 7, and then my file 7. You can say ls hyphen yes hyphen l, which will give us, you see, this as a symbolic link to file 7. So just to brief what the hard link and symbolic links are, hard link actually refers to the same file, the same inode of the files. That means the files, my file 6 and file 6 will share the same inode, or in terms of memory, they share the same memory. They refer to the same memory. Uh, and with respect to soft link or a symbolic link, it refers to the original file name. Uh, Similarly, in Windows, you have a shortcut. So that's kind of an analogy to symbolic link. So that's all about the command ln. I will reset the terminal. Now we'll see some disk usage commands. The first command here is df. It shows how much space is taken for the complete file system. You can see in my PC or in my Ubuntu system, these are all the partitions that we have. So since I have used the Ubuntu in a virtual machine, you don't see a lot of drives, I would say. And df actually takes one more option or a flag with h. H is for a human readable form. If you see this 1K blocks, this size, you see, you can read, it's more readable basically. It's 848 gigabytes of SDA1 is complete memory that I've allotted. So that's how it works, the df command. The other command what we will see is du. This is a directory usage for it shows how much directories is taken space in the system. So for that, du, okay, I am in it just shows this directory it takes, and it has one more directory dot, so completely it takes 16, I think, bytes, sorry, kilobytes. For it also accepts a command h, which you can see, yeah, 16K of data that it takes. Now I'll just move or come back to my home directory, or I'll come to elp directory to see how each directory is taking how much memory. You see, we have Linux. These are all the directories that we have. So it shows how many or how much memory each directory is taking. So this is how this is how you will see how much how much space is used by each directory. Another thing that du has is you can see how much deep you can uh, traverse in the directories to check the memory location, or sorry, the memory size. So for example, for that you can use h hyphen hyphen max depth. I'll give, let's say, 3. Okay, this has 3 levels deep it can go till here. Now I will just clear the screen. If I go to, okay, I'll just show 3, and then we will see what happens when we go 2. You see, it goes only till 2 directory levels. So that's what this max depth means. So I hope you understood all these commands. For more understanding, you practice using your computer and get the best out of it. Thanks for watching.
For more videos, thank you.